All right, gang, here we are live. I have my hot chocolate and I have my MAFEX Luke Skywalker up on the screen, and that makes me incredibly happy. So here's the deal. I was gone for several days, so I wasn't able to make the Picture-Perfect Preorder weekly video that I would normally do. So I thought, let's just talk about them here. Let's talk about the good stuff. And so make sure, if you're watching this, if you're part of the replay crew, to comment with the figures in the past week that went up for pre-order that you think are picture perfect and that you want to put, under your lights and in front of your lens. For me, Luke Skywalker here is definitely one of them. I've been having kind of a problem trying to figure out who do I get when it comes to Star Wars figures. As far as, I don't mean characters, I mean companies. Do I get SHF or do I get MAFEX? And I think what I'm leaning toward is SHF for original trilogy and prior, in case I ever want to get any of the prequel stuff, and MAFEX for Disney Plus era and forward, if I ever want to get any of the sequel trilogy stuff. It's probably not going to happen. But one thing I do dig is this Luke Skywalker. So let's take a few more looks at this dude. All right. The Hamill likeness. Now, first off, this picture sells me in a huge, huge way. I love that the cloak is hiding his face. You have Mad Mandalorian Season 2 vibes with this. Has me really stoked to see what this thing might look like. This one as well does a great job. Like, I love the way that the cloak is over his shoulders, the hood's going on over his head because it's a hood and that's where hoods go. But yeah, man, I don't know. I have a hard time really coming up with a whole lot of synonyms when it comes to stuff that just looks phenomenal. He's going to have plenty of hands, all the things, because he's Luke Skywalker. He's going to have lightsabers that have different effects. It's going to just make me happy. Look at that. Oh, this is what I'm saying, man. Every Jedi needs some kind of force hand. And Luke here, he's definitely got it. I'm stoked. And of course, the man's got to be swinging his lightsaber. So I'm insanely, insanely geeked about this figure. But I have the SHF Mandalorian Luke Skywalker, who has arguably a better face print. So I'm not sure. It's one of those things that bugs me. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is that delineation is going to be MAFEX for Disney Plus and later, and SHF for original trilogy and earlier. So yeah, there's where we're at with that. Let's double check, see if anybody's joining in, hanging out. What is up, sir? Thank you, Liquid Below Zero, for making it much appreciated, man. Just looking at all the stuff right now, as you know, I'm a big fan of the MAFEX. I'm looking at Luke because it's Luke. He's good stuff. Makes me happy. See, yeah, that's what I'm saying too. That's what I'm struggling with. Is I have the SHF as well, and I think the face sculpt is probably better. The face sculpt, the face print on the SHF, but I'm sitting here in my brain just thinking, yes, but MAFEX is definitive in so many other ways. So my brain, it hurts. Let's see what else we've got here, because I've got plenty of stuff. Oh yeah, still have Luke. All right. Now we've got the combat creatures. And by the way, I'm not necessarily going in order here. I don't remember these all that much. I mean, I remember Battle Beasts, and I think these look really good, and they'll come with the extras and all the things. I don't know if they're necessarily for me, but I can't argue that they look really good. So, yeah, man, there is Combat Creatures Lunar. I do like the names of these things. They crack me up. This is Mina Ashiro from, well, SHF is making her. She's one of the figures that when I was putting things together to set her up, I thought she looked incredible, but I didn't load up on photos because Yeah, here's the story. Here's what happened. On Thanksgiving, the whole family didn't get together for the first time in a while because my niece had a competition over Thanksgiving weekend. So we had to go down to where that competition was going on. I thought I'd have time. I had zero time. This competition was insane. It was kind of classic hurry up and wait for a couple days there. But when you were there, you understood why it had to be hurry up and wait. Some of the things, it was a dance competition, and some of the kids, something might happen, and so they'd have to do the dance over. And each time that happened, it would push the further dances further and further on the schedule, that sort of deal. So a lot of hurry up and wait, not any time. I probably had about an hour all weekend to myself, and that sure wasn't going to be enough to make all this stuff happen. Whew. But it was a great time. It's always fun to see family. That drive, it wasn't too bad, although it was snowing a little bit on the way back. That kind of sucked. Oh, man. Let's see. Bo-Katan. Let's see. Liquid Below Zero. Bo-Katan looks great, though, for MAFEX. I agree. I think she looks good. I think Ahsoka looks really good. I think IG-11. I'm looking at Mando with Grogu. I never got big into the Boba Fett show. I mean, I watched it, but it wasn't my favorite, so I don't know how into that I'm going to be. But we'll see what happens. What else? Let's see. I don't know, honestly, Liquid Below Zero. I don't know if that's based on an existing IP. I found it on something. I just thought it looked good. Hang on. Let me go. Let me see if we can stop the screen, stop the share. Whoa. Okay. Now my head's a little close. What I'll try to do now, I'll get into the interwebs, see if I can find her again. Let's see. SH Figuarts. I'm just going straight to Entertainment Earth. I know I found her in there. Bestsellers. Oh, man. I should never do things on the fly. Let's see. SH Figuarts in collections. Here we go. That is Mina. No, that one's not Mina. The ones that I found that I don't know much about seem to be from Kaiju number 8. And she looks like she might have been, and actually, hang on, she might be Kaiju number 8. Yeah, never mind. That's Mina Ashiro. And everything on here says Kaiju number 8, as in that might be a show or an anime. But there are a few figures from that going on right now, or for all the things. Let's see. Now I have to do all the other stuff. Hang on, let me go see if I can share that one now, since I was just babbling about it. Share screen. All right. Window. Browser tab. Here we go. Yeah, so it's this character right here. Mina Ashiro. And yeah, aside from Kaiju number 8, that's a big gun for Mina. Aside from Kaiju number 8, I don't know anything about this. My anime, it's not all that great. Let's see. Okay, it's a manga. I like it. Cassidy, hello, sir. Thank you for showing up. Ooh, man. Guys, thanks, everybody. Hello, sir. What's up, Harem? Having fun yet? I want to thank everybody for showing up, especially on such short notice. I think I sent this out about 45 minutes before I was going to go live. Like, I put up a thing on Twitter last night saying what was going on. But yeah, things happen. It was a crazy weekend. Hopefully I can kind of breathe and make things much better now. So yeah, that was her. Very good stuff. I mean, I'm a fan of a lot of this. Now let's stop that. let's get back to this. So much that I have to figure out. I always think I know what's going on, and then I try to do things and realize, no, false. All right, now we're going to talk Red Tornado here. Now, you guys know that I'm not necessarily a McFarlane guy, but Red Tornado comes with accessories. He comes with a couple of extra hands. McFarlane is starting to nail the looks of these things. And I don't know, there's always a caveat when I talk about McFarlane because it's such an inconsistent line, but the looks are starting to get there. And so I'm curious if everything's going to get a little better as far as articulation, like specifically in the torso area, in the diaper area, because the diapers always look a little too, they always impede articulation in the hips. But yeah, I do think the Red Tornado looks good. I think they're getting better on proportioning. And I think the figures are looking a lot more super heroic, I suppose. I'm kind of a fan of this thing, which is crazy. I probably wouldn't get him because I'm not the 1/10/7-inch scale. Although here's a question for everybody. Let me know what you think. I don't think 7-inch is a scale. I think it's a size. I think 1/10 is a scale. So I've heard people say there's a 6-inch scale and a 1/12 scale, or a 1/10 and a 7-inch scale. A 7-inch scale doesn't make sense to me. That just sounds like everything should be 7 inches across the board. And the 6-inch scale doesn't make sense to me either for the same reason. But 1/10 and 1/12, that makes sense. So all you mathematicians out there, let me know what you're thinking. Okay. Before we get to this guy that I'm super stoked about, get back to the chat, see what's going on. Yeah, I think. Thank you. Liquid below zero. He looks nice. I think he does too, man. Let's see. Fan of the Speeding Bullets soups, and he looks great. Is Speeding Bullets, is that the one that is Batman and Superman, like kind of the combination? Just curious. I think I know the one you're talking about. He does look really good. Also, more hot cocoa for yours truly. Ah, now, you know me. I already talked about Luke, and now we've got the Riddler. You know, yes, he is. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. You know that I'm going to dig me some Riddler. And I'm not sure about the face. Honestly, like the hush line to me is the very best subline of any company out there. I think MAFEX absolutely kills it with the hush line. His face seems a little more anime than Jim Lee tends to draw. But that's not going to stop me from getting him because he'll still be the best Riddler I can get my hands on. But yeah, check out his face here. Like, what's everybody think of that face? Do you think it's pretty good? I always think of Jim Lee's stuff as being a little more stringy in the hair. I mean, when it comes to the villains and things like that. But on the other hand, you can only do so much with a tiny head and plastic. So I'm not really judging that. I am trying to stay objective. I mean, a lot of people know MAFEX is my favorite line. It is tough, but I am making the attempt. Although one thing I didn't notice before is the question mark on his tie there. That's pretty sweet. That's good stuff. Got the cash that he's flipping through. Got the cane. Yeah, man. Riddler's going to look great with Joker, with Ivy, with Harley, with all kinds of those Hush figures. Still, we do need a Robin. Like, that's not even a question. The only thing I do think MAFEX could do a little better when it comes to their promo shots. Like this shot right here, if somebody saw that, they would think MAFEX just didn't know what they were doing with figures because his shoulders are flared out the way they are. Maybe if they had shot that at a slightly different angle to make it work better. I don't know. But I think one of the problems we've got here is because of that coat overlay, he doesn't have butterfly joints that are visible. So maybe that kind of messes with the illusion a little bit too. Not 100%, but I still think it looks good. Oh, Loose Collector jumping in. That's good stuff. What do you got? But that Riddler looks ridiculous. All right. Liquid below zero. Help me out. beyond the face sculpt, is there anything else that you're not so sure about? Because I think that everything else nails it. But yeah, I agree that the face sculpt, at least if you're thinking this, the face sculpt is a little anime-ish. The only thing for me is it's the Riddler. And I don't know that I'm going to get another 112 scale Riddler when it comes to really great figures. I mean, the only 112 scale DC figures we're really getting right now are from MAFEX. And I don't see them making a Riddler again anytime soon, unless they do start doing like classic stuff. That'd be kind of cool. Let's see. Yeah, and I do agree. I do agree that the face sculpt looks weird. It's just, yeah, I don't know. That's where I kind of fight myself a little bit when it comes to all this. Hypersonic Blast. Let's see, are the pre-orders legit on Entertainment Earth? They are. Entertainment Earth is one of the big, I would say in the US, Big Bad Toy Store is probably #1, and Entertainment Earth is probably #2. And let me know, well, check out the chat, see if everybody here agrees with me. But yeah, BBTS is the big dog, and Entertainment Earth, they're pretty legit. Once in a while, everybody's going to cancel something on you because maybe something didn't get produced in enough quantities. I've heard that's happened a couple times. It's never happened with me when it comes to Entertainment Earth. So just check it out. I think it's pretty legit stuff. BBTS has never let me down. Entertainment Earth has never let me down, although I did get a package once that was kind of beat up a little bit. So yeah, there was that. Let's see. What do you have now, Hypersonic Blast? Is it possible that Entertainment Earth forgets your order? It hasn't happened to me, and I haven't read that that's happened, but I don't know. I mean, I think anything that involves humans, there's a possibility of something getting missed. So I can't be 100% sure. I would assume that they probably have forgotten an order sometime in the past. They've been around for a long time. BBTS, I don't know that they've ever forgotten an order. They had to, I did pre-order something at BBTS that they had to cancel, but it's happened at Entertainment Earth too. So there's all kinds of stuff going like that. Darth Cannibal, thanks for showing up, man. Hey, Toypixx, my friend. It's nice to see you. Greetings from the Fatalorians. Saludos a la. Ooh, let's see. Hori. Okay. What's the last word mean? Help me out, Darth. Help me out. My Espanol, it's fuzzy at best. But I am trying. Although I'm still not going to be anywhere near fluent by the time the next live stream shows up. So after all this, we got from Loot Collector, we have the Rocketman. And I guess these, I heard today, I don't remember the Rocketeer that much. I did see the movie, but these are supposedly the villains. I love what Loose Collector's doing right now because the waist, although I don't really show it on this picture, but the waist is ball jointed. So it's fantastic. He's got a bunch of extra heads. He's got extra hands. He's everything you need in a photo, and you can army build him with all those extra heads, and you've got just tons of villains. So I like what Loose Collector's doing. I know a lot of the female figures, they didn't have the waist, the ball peg waist. If they did, I probably would have jumped in. The wolf he solicited, what was it, a couple weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago? That thing's huge, and it has the ball peg waist. Can't wait to see what people say about that thing. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about what Loose Collector's doing right now. And then we have more of the combat creatures. This guy, I don't even know what to say. Sealock. He looks cool. I don't think, like I said earlier, I don't think that the combat creatures are necessarily for me, but that doesn't diminish the fact that they look wicked. Anything that's like an anthropomorphic shark can't be all bad. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked. And if you are into these things, like everything I put up when it comes to the Picture-Perfect pre-order stuff, it is stuff that I think is going to look great. I think it's got enough stuff. I think it's got the right kind of articulation. And I think if you're into it, you're going to make it look incredible when it comes to taking photos. So that's basically the criteria. Extra heads, extra hands, all those things. Although you can get it 6 out of 7 for a picture perfect pre-order. I'm not that harsh, kind of. All right. And this, the Shin Cyclone, I believe, and I'm not 100%, so help me out. I think this is a Kamen Rider bike, and it is glorious. I don't even know what else to say for it. The detail on this thing is ridiculous, and I do enjoy showing off some vehicles from time to time when I see them, because it is absolutely breathtaking. You could get this for pretty much any figure out there and be just incredibly stoked to have it, to be throwing it on the stuff. Oh boy, me and my game babbling. All right, let's see here. Oh man, what do we have? Show. There we go. Okay. So let's go back. Let's see what we've got. Keep playing around. After that, we have this Gohan from SHF. I don't know hardly anything about Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, wherever Gohan here is from, but SHF knocks out so many of these figures that I kind of want to dip my toes in it. I just don't know which to grab. So, people, help me out. Let me know, because once the money starts rolling in from the freelance works and all that stuff, works? Yeah, maybe freelance works. Then I'll be experimenting a little. And I want to know, is Gohan one of those figures I should be experimenting with? Just because. Who knows? Let's see. Mr. Matson. Evening on my drive home. Thank you very much for showing up, sir. It's much appreciated. Just talking about all the figures that we maybe need to put under the lights in front of our lenses. Well, maybe you don't need them all, but there are probably a few here that we all dig. Let's see. Hypersonic Blast. How do I cancel a pre-order on Entertainment Earth? Hypersonic Blast, I've never done it, so I can't tell you. The reason that I've never done it is I always order enough to get the free shipping, because that's usually a pretty good deal. Most of the time their prices are MSRP, although there have been some exceptions that I've noticed are insane, like the mech turtles that they do. Their price is way out of pocket compared to everybody else. But most of the time for the regular stuff, it's pretty close to MSRP. So what I do is I just order enough to get the free shipping. And then after that, I looked at trying to cancel one, but I finally decided, I guess I can't do it because I bundled them all together. The one thing I like about it is when you order enough to get the free shipping, they ship them out as you get them. It's not like a pile of loot thing, which, I mean, you could have that shipped out as BBTS gets those as well, but you get free shipping when it comes to spending the money to get the free shipping. So like if I order 3 figures, because I know I'm just confusing the issue here, if I order 3 figures that equal the $79 or whatever, then if they get one this month, then I'll get that sent to me free. If they get one next month, then I'll get that one sent to me free, and so on, that sort of thing. So I can't help you with canceling the orders. I have to think it's pretty easy to find on the site. At least I hope it would be, but I don't know. I don't know 100% on that. Now let's go back here to Gohan again. Now this thing, is this, I'm not even sure. I grabbed it, the Valvarad, which is one of those names that I feel like I better say correctly because I don't want to get demonetized. Not that Toypixx has the capacity for making the money yet. We're working on this. But yeah, I think this Valvarad, I really like the way that the colors work. It's kind of a silvery, almost like a silver lavender going on, like in the belt and the forearms and that part of the helmet. And then this crazy bright purple and the white. I don't know anything about the character. I just know the figure looks really good. But I'm a little skeptical with SHF lately when you have figures like Guts happening, and that's a figure that people were really looking forward to, and that's a figure with whom no one is singing his praises. So SHF has me kind of, I don't know. I don't know what to do. So we'll see. But either way, I think this figure looks really good. More chats coming in. Liquid below zero. Valvarad from Common Rider. Gotchard looks dope. Getting it for sure. I have Gotchard on here somewhere. I think that thing looks insane too. He's got kind of a shiny teal going on. I think he looks pretty awesome. But yeah, that's me just not having things in the proper order like I should here. Let's see. Another combat creatures. Guys, is anybody really stoked about combat creatures? Because I think they look good. It's just one of those things that I'm just not going to dive right in on. It might be something that I check out later. Like, I think the shark looks really cool. And perfectly honest, I think they all look really cool. But I don't know. They don't have this nostalgic tug for me. Like Battle Beast doesn't have this crazy nostalgic tug. So I'm just not feeling it in that way. But can't argue that it looks really good. And now, okay, I want everybody to know that I have 3 links for Wonder Woman in the video description. She's sold out at all 3 links. But what you might want to do is just look at one of those links or look at wherever you usually get DC Multiverse stuff and bookmark them. And that way you can just pay attention to if she comes back into stock, because I'm not going to lie. This is a great looking figure. At first I thought her eyebrows were a little bushy, but no, she looks really good. She's one of those figures I'd be tempted to pick up for my niece because, again, I don't really get the 1/10 scale stuff, but that's a powerful looking Wonder Woman. If everybody who has been waiting for the McFarlane, the DC Multiverse, although this one is technically McFarlane Collector Edition, anyone who's been waiting for the Wonder Woman from Todd McFarlane's crew there, this is great. They nailed it. And this is one of the reasons that I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, McFarlane Toys is turning a corner. But I've thought that before, and they haven't done it. Still, this thing really looks good. I don't know what else. Yeah, like looking there. I thought at first she had a face, like in the earlier shot, she looked like Melanie Linsky, who was Rose on 2.5 Men. And nothing against her or anything, just doesn't have what I would think of as a Wonder Woman face. But now I'm looking at it and I'm going, nope, that is definitely Wonder Woman. See if we can zoom in a little more here. Bring her down. I don't know what I'm doing. In case anybody's not quite aware that I don't know what's happening here. Let's try this. Let's see. Does that help? No, I suck at things. But yeah, Wonder Woman is pretty awesome. Okay, Liquid below zero. It looks better than Street Humans in my humble opinion, especially the shark. Yeah, man, the shark is the one that has me kind of thinking, I might need to check that out. Let's see. I'm skipping the McFarlane Wonder Womans on, let's see, as my SHF Wonder Woman 84. Nothing beats it in my humble opinion so far, although looks great. I gotta get Donna Troy though. I've seen, oh man, is Donna Troy? She's kind of got the black and silver, right? I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember there. Let's see. Juan Robles. Hey, brothers. Let's see. Oh no, more Espanol that I don't know. I am in need of some kind of learning tool, obviously. But yeah, I'm still kind of stuck on Wonder Woman here. I just think, I don't know. I think, like, check this out. Here's something that McFarlane Toys is doing that they weren't doing so much of. Now, for me, I think the stand, the card holder, and the card themselves are kind of useless. I know a lot of people like stands, but I haven't heard too many people say, man, I really love the card and the card holder. But if we could get, like, in place of the card holder and the stand and the card, like another head portrait, or, I mean, her hands, actually, I was going to say maybe other hands, but she has the perfect spread of hands. She's got 2 fists, she's got 2 grips, she's got 2 relaxed. this is really about as good as it gets for a comic accurate Wonder Woman. Seeing a figure like this really makes me want MAFEX to get a Justice League license so that they can make whatever Justice League figures they want. That would have me super stoked because I need a Wonder Woman in my collection. I have Batman, I have Superman, I want the Trinity. That's just me though, maybe. I doubt it. I think a lot of people want all three of them. Yep. I'm going to read. Yep. I don't know what's going on there. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thanks for letting me know that that is Donna Troy, because it had been a while since I've seen that one, since that solicitation. Solicitation? I'm not wasted. I promise. It's just hot cocoa. Although it says caramel cocoa, and I made a while back, and it's more like lukewarm cocoa at this point. But yeah, I mean, I'm not one to sing the praises of McFarlane toys all that often, but I think they really kind of nailed it on this. Now, let's go way back to the beginning. I clearly didn't have this labeled all kinds of crazy. I didn't put her in the description. I just forgot. So I'll probably end up putting her a little later. Azu from SHF. Now, I'm sure there was some reason about this one that I thought she was hilarious. And of course, here I am, not thinking, not paying enough attention. So let's stop this share. And let's now try this. Let's see. Share screen, share screen. Let's see if I can find show. Let's see if I can find that Azu figure, that Azu character. She might have been on BBTS actually, but she might be here. Nope, we're gonna try and find. We'll find Azu somewhere. I'm getting a little better at this whole being on the fly thing. Let's see. I called her Azu. I wonder if maybe I called her by the wrong name. That's the problem with me. Here we go. Kamen Rider 01 Azu exclusive. Okay, let me know what you guys think of this. I think she's pretty good. Maybe that was it. Maybe it was the thing she's holding, the hands to the hips, the pointer. There was something that I saw on this, and I just thought she was a funny looking figure. Like she'd just be fun to have in the collection. One of those. Whether you know who she is or not, just a blast to put in there. But yeah, there's our Azu. Okay. Now, let's get back to here. All right. I think I'm starting to get there. Did Azu show? Let's see. Uncarded reviews. Thank you for showing up. Much appreciated. All right. Now, let's get out of here. Let's go back to presenting. You got to figure out how to make this stuff happen just a little differently. So yeah, all right. Here was Azu. And now we've got more of the combat creatures. And there we go, Liquid Below Zero. We've got some Gotchard. And this is me knowing nothing about Kamen Rider, just knowing that that looks like a really cool figure. In fact, let's forget this. Let's get back to the old internet. Oop, hang on a sec. Rulo Torvland. Hey, Dave. Hola, sir. Much appreciated. Thanks for showing up. All right. Now, so we stopped this. Let's go back to BBTS and find Gotchard, because I think we need to do that. Let's see. Oh, come on. Every time I think I've got it figured out, it tells me I'm silly for thinking I know things. All right. Let's go to Gotchard here. Open, open, open. Oh, BBTS is hating me a little bit right now. It's taking a little bit. Here we go. Now it's thinking. All right. Gotchard Steamhopper. I love the name too. Common Writer is one of those things like D Amazing talks about it all the time. And it always looks so good, but it's also his photos. I love that pose. That's just kind of no nonsense. Hi, I'm going to shoot now. This is what we've seen. That is one thing. I really love the action poses that they get in here. And it's possible, I guess, that Kamen Rider has its own team, that Dragon Ball Z has its own team, and then they go off and they do things like Berserk, where Guts is just really rough. Like maybe DBZ and maybe Kamen Rider always nail it. I just don't know. I know their Star Wars figures are generally pretty good, but they're not perfect. And I know that that's obviously subjective. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, I love the subtlety in that pose. That's somebody that knows what they're doing when it comes to posing figures. That's just good stuff there. But yeah, that one's for you, Liquid Below Zero. I think that that guy is very, very cool indeed. Now, stop that. We'll go back to share some more, share screen. See, you guys like how I'm just talking as I go to share screens and stuff like that. Let's see, here we go. Okay, more from Loose Collector. And I remember Grendel from my time checking out comics in the 90s, but I didn't read anything that was Grendel. Like that would be walking into a comic store or reading Wizard and hearing all about Grendel and everybody saying how awesome he is. Just never picking it up. I was kind of into Batman and X-Men and Wolverine. Those were my big ones way back when. You can tell I'm super professional because as I'm doing this, I'm like this. Hi, we have hot chocolate. Ding! No, I should never do that again. But yeah, I think Grendel looks great. He's another one that Loose Collector did with a ball peg waist. So I'm a simple man, guys. Kill the waist cut, give me some extra hands and accessories, and I'm a pretty happy guy. But yeah, man, this just looks really good. I don't know again if he's one I'd get, but I'm not complaining about how he looks. He looks phenomenal. And this one, let's see, Hitori Gota from Aniplex. Let's see here. So Darth Cannonball. Forget Star Wars, Dave. What? No. Oh, wait. Don't forget Star Wars, Dave. All right. All right. Don't worry. Don't worry. Let's see. Saca los manitos. All right. I'm assuming Manitos is war. Let's see. Patrick Peluso, thank you very much for showing up, man. I appreciate it. We're just talking about all these figures that I think are going to look cool in front of your guys' lens. So yeah, that's basically it. We've got her up right now, and I don't know enough to even pretend to know what I'm talking about. I just dug that she had a guitar. So what I'll do now, let's go back to stop. Let's share again. I wonder if I have to stop it each time. Anybody playing with StreamYard, let me know. Do I have to stop the share? Let's see. Okay, so there's that. And what was she called? Hitori, right? Let's see. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Is this her? Yep. All right. Now, Liquid Below Zero, if you're still in the chat, you were telling me that you'd heard things about BuzzMod, and I don't know exactly that. Is it that they're not that great, or what was the deal with BuzzMod? Because just not sure. I do dig that she's got the guitar. I'm a simple man, guys. Again, things I just don't know about. It's one of those figures that I might not get, but I can certainly appreciate anybody getting a hold of this is going to be able to pose it really well, playing the guitar, having some fun. Look at that. I like that. It's another one of those subtle poses that I think is really good. That one's a little less subtle, also very good. We're going with a power rock anthem here, ladies and gentlemen. She clearly knows how to cut it 80s style. Let's see. Oh, looks like she's even got a bag for the guitar, a guitar case, a bag for the guitar. You know, we're just going to the store. We're going to pick up some paper bags, maybe throw a guitar in it. No, that's a bad idea. Well, now she looks like she can just be playing on the street, although the case should be open for sure. I don't know. I wonder if it can open. Maybe it just slides in the top. I'll have to pay more attention. But yeah, I thought she was really cool. That's why I put her in here. So now let's see what we got. Get out of that. And we'll now go back to presenting this other stuff here. Let's see. Yeah, I think she looks good. And then, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of power rock, we have us some John Bon Jovi, who, let's be honest, I wouldn't necessarily classify him as a power rock kind of guy. But if you're looking back and you're thinking, okay, I have my Mirage Turtles, my 80s Turtles, but I need people around, just like a crowd. You throw Bon Jovi in that crowd, and that'd be pretty crazy. I think that'd be hilarious, but who knows? I don't. I'm not a big Bon Jovi guy or anything, but I think they did a good job. It's NECA. I mean, NECA always does a good job. I don't know when it comes to articulation that they really crush it all the time. If they started adding ball peg waists and making sure that there were double joints and elbows, then I would say he crushes it at articulation every time. I just, once they do that, they're going to be a top contender for me. In fact, NECA before McFarlane Toys would probably be the company that would make me think, okay, maybe I'll dip into 1/10 scale just a little tiny bit to see what happens. And I know technically the Mirage Turtles are 1/10, but those figures are awfully close to 1/12 when it comes to the rest of my collection. Oh, Liquid Below Zero, we have an answer. You get more articulation paying less than a Buzz mod. They look great, but that's about it. Got it. Got it. Okay. Okay, because yeah, that was the second Buzz mod I'd come across. I just didn't know anything about them. But yeah, okay. I'll have to look more carefully at the articulation when I'm checking those things out. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated on that. Now, let's head back. Let's see. I'm going to try something here, guys. I'm going to try to present without stopping the screen so that you're not getting headaches from like my head just bouncing all over the spot, all over the place. Let's see. Stop video file extra. Nope. I think I have to stop the screen. My bad. All right. Share screen, blah, blah. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'll find out that I didn't know what I was doing, which would shock no one. Now, okay, so we just talked about Bon Jovi. We've got Kaiju number 8. This thing just looks like a sweet monster figure. And again, I don't have enough SH Figuarts to really have a solid opinion on how great they are. But it just looks really cool. And that is my ultra professional, ultra concise opinion. It is one thing that I said. I had no idea where I was going with that. But I do like kind of the black and the teal and is that white or is that silver? You know what? Here's what you do when you wonder about that kind of thing. You hit this, hit stop screen. Hold on. Gregory, hello. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. All right. Now, let's see here. We're going to share screen. We're talking right now about a lot of crazy figures that I think are going to look good in front of all your guys' cameras. Kaiju number 8. Let's find this thing. BBTS never lets me down with these searches. I will say that BBTS, it's easier to search their site, I think, than it is Entertainment Earth's site from time to time, especially when you're looking up SHF stuff. All right, so here's Kaiju number 8. Yeah, it just looks like a wicked, like 112 scale monster figure. I love that head sculpt. That is sweet. And you guys just saw my head way too close if you're looking at the little screen on there. Woo! Sorry, you should never have to be subjected to that. But yeah, I love that face. That's insane manga slash anime, all that stuff. I just love the crazy look on this stuff. Like the Monkey D. Luffy that they showed a while back that has the eyes bulging out. I think that's hilarious. Now that's just a monstrous face. Ooh. Yeah, I'm a fan. Help me out here, guys. What's the story with Kaiju number 8? Is that like, do they turn into it? Is it just a monster that is sticking around that hangs out, helps people out, whatever the deal? I don't know things, and I should know things, but I'm kind of a bad nerd like that. All right, we'll stop that screen. Hello there. See, at least this time now I'm transitioning and I'm waving and I'm being all nice and stuff. Liquid below zero. Yeah, I recommend that manga, Kaiju number 8. Oh man. Oh, LBZ. We're going with LBZ. That's right. That's what I'm doing. I man, I need to find more time. Do they have translated? I assume they have translated manga, right? Because I've been in comic shops recently, but just kind of browsing. I haven't been looking for anything in particular. So that might be something I'd have to check out. I do know, at least from listening to certain things going on the internet, it sounds like manga sells really well in the States. So my assumption would be that, yeah, it probably does have some English translations. Yeah, Kaiju number 8. All right, fine. I'll think about it. I'll see if I'll see what I can find there. All right. Back to the sharing screen. So many buttons, but I'm at least kind of figuring it out. All right, we've got Kuuga. This is one of those characters that The Amazing definitely digs. And again, I just don't know enough about Kamen Rider. I will say the purple and gold, that thing looks, I think purple and gold generally you think of as royalty. Maybe this is Kuuga as like King Kuuga. Ooh, he could throw down with King Koopa, King Kuuga versus King Koopa. I don't know. That sounded like a try hard moment, but really that is what popped into my head. Ouch. But yeah, I think the purple and the gold goes really well with this guy. And I think the black really sets it off. I like most characters that have some black with real big pops of color. Like where maybe black is the main, like the undersuit, and then there's just crazy brightness on top of it. That's one of the reasons that I think that Kaiju number 8 looks pretty cool. So what do we have here? Liquid below zero. It's about a guy who cleans after kaiju disasters, and then he gets turned into one. All right, that seems kind of perfect. Yeah, crap. That is something that I would definitely want to check out. I always like the stuff that's not your standard fare. I mean, obviously, I have my standards, but the stuff that just has a weird premise always kind of gets me intrigued. So, thank you, sir. I will see if I can check that out at some point very soon. Now, let's see what we've got here after Kuuga. Okay, we've got Legend of the White Dragon from Valaverse. I think these look really good. I'm wondering, I have some Valaverse figures and I like them, but they're really, it's not that they're stiff, it's that swapping out hands, I'm constantly having to use the heat, like the hair dryer or whatever, to try and swap out hands, give them new stuff, and it does take away a little bit from the fun. This is a line I wouldn't get into anyway because I wasn't a Power Rangers guy or anything like that. I don't really have any interest in checking out this movie, but that doesn't mean that I don't think the figures look really good because they do. Although, I don't know, gray is never my favorite color, but the head sculpts look great. And the way that the figures move, the way they articulate, is really great when it comes to the rest of what Valaverse does. Like their M4 figures, they articulate really well. So if you're interested in White Dragon, let me know. And what do you think about Valaverse as a whole, or at least the Action Force line that Bobby Bella has going on right now? Because I think they're good. I want to make things, I want things to be a little more seamless when I'm trying to use them, as far as I don't want to have to heat up their wrists every time I need to switch hands, things like that. So let me know if things along those lines, if like swapping out hands is getting easier. Oh, LBZ. He tries to hide from the fact that from the monster hunters / defenders. Otherwise, he'll be killed in the beginning, at least. Then you got to read the rest. Oh, thanks a lot. All right. I see what you're doing there. Cliffhanger. I respect it. I like it. Thank you, sir. I'll be looking for some Kaiju #8. Is that an older manga or is it fairly recent? Because I need to know where to look. Am I looking in back issues? Am I looking on the racks? Where am I looking for this thing? So we got White Dragon. We got that guy. Now I've seen Lino. I've seen Reno Ichikawa. I'm assuming this is another Kaiju #8 figure. I think he looks good. I like kind of the black and gray that whole line seems to be having going on. I just think it looks good, guys. And again, this is something that comes with a bunch of hands, with great articulation, and it looks like they're not going to truly mess this. Like, I keep going back to all the Guts reviews I've seen that have just absolutely destroyed him. Anthony's Customs absolutely crushed that Guts figure. If you haven't seen that yet, go check that out. But yeah, I see things like that and I'm going, ooh, SHF, I don't know. Do I want to gamble on something like this? I probably wouldn't until, of course, I read Kaiju #8 and then decide, oh crap, I need to get this Lino or Reno Ichikawa figure. But yeah, he looks good. It's one of the problems I actually have with figures right now is we are spoiled for choice. They're all so good that you really have to focus almost on one line. Like a couple of years ago, my rules would have made it so I didn't have to get tons of figures, right? My rules today make it so there's all kinds of stuff available to me where I'm going, oh no, but that looks good, but that looks good, but that looks good too, but that also looks good, where the money could just keep flying away from me, and the wallet would want to jump off a building and things along those lines. But man, there's so much good stuff. For me, my focus has had to be really trying to squeeze in on a particular line or a particular 6 lines. I did that video a couple weeks ago, instead of trying to just, hey, let's test this. Hey, let's test this. Let me know what you guys are thinking of that, because man, that's tough. That's tough because these all look so good. And I kind of wish the vast majority of figures sucked, but right now it seems like the entire action figure industry has turned a corner and almost everything is really good, which is killer on the wallet. Liquid Below Zero. Yeah, I just ordered Warpath Eclipse and the Horde Swarm recently. Should be here soon. Now, what's been your experience recently with that? Has it been that the Valaverse figures, the Action Force figures, are a lot easier to use than they were? Because the ones, specifically the ones that I have that I'm talking about, are the first round of the female figures. So I had Eclipse, or I have Eclipse, I have Kill Switch, and I have the Spec Ops female trooper. And before that, I had Duster, whose hands didn't fit quite flush to the wrist. So I'm just curious, with the female specifically, are you able to swap out the hands pretty easily, or do you have them? I'm just not sure. I want to know. I want to know if the newer stuff is just easier to use, because I like the look of a lot of it. And I really like that. What's the robot, like the Praetorian or something that it looks like is coming out? That thing looks wicked and I want it. But I want to get something knowing I'll be able to just sit there and use it instead of taking a few extra minutes to pop out pieces. That's kind of my thing there. Let's see. All right, so we'll skip the, oh, and we're back to Luke. So we have now gone through absolutely everyone that I had to look at. And yet, hang on, there was something I saw while I was prepping this. Whoop, I guess I just shut that window down. While I was prepping this that I hadn't seen before. and I want to show everybody because it's just really cool. It's going to be back on BBTS. And let's go to here. They were, and I want to make sure that you're seeing what I'm seeing too. These guys. The Panda Brothers. Look at those. Those are ridiculous. Those are just so cool. And they don't have like that cute, cuddly panda look. I mean, they sort of do in the face, but they don't have this nice guy, I'm just here to chill and eat bamboo look. They have this, oh, hi, I'm here to just crush things. They almost look like the slow movers of the Fury Toys family. Look at that guy. That just looks like an old panda. What's he carrying? Yeah, I like a lot of what Fury Toys is doing right now. But again, it's another one of those lines that you're just like, oh man, I could spend my money everywhere because they're doing such good work. But the detail on what Fury Toys does is ridiculous. Oh, I love it. But come on now, where's the bamboo? It's a panda. Let's see. It doesn't look like a warrior. This one looks a little more like a warrior. Oh yeah, that's an angry panda. You don't want this angry panda coming after you. The other one looked a little like a sad panda. Whew. I love how Fury Toys does the photos of these things too. Look at that thing. That almost looks like, I don't know. That looks mean. That thing, that head right there, that photo almost has a Lobo vibe to it. Maybe if Fury Toys ever does a movie, they can get Jason Momoa to play this particular panda. Ooh. Oh, now he looks a little wise. X. Yeah, I don't know, guys. What do you guys think of these pandas? What do you think of Fury Toys in general? I think they're really cool. I need to make decisions. Liquid below zero. My only experience with Valaverse is a regular Swarm Trooper and the Steel Brigade Night Spec Ops BBTS exclusive. Only issue I had was the armor tabs. Okay. So it was just that, were they too loose? Were they too tight? Like I know earlier in the run, it was hard to snap the vests together. So my assumption is that would be it. See, yeah, I posted those this morning on my IG. They look dope. Oop, hang on, I should probably click that. Let's see. There's going to be a female lynx and 2 foxes. Oh, man. The only one I have is Crocker. So I might, Fury Toys is killing me because for a while, anthropomorphic was the stuff that I saw where I was just going, man, I need to load up on these. These things just look great. But yeah, I think those are some good looking pandas. They're key. They're necessary. They're things that need to be seen. Let's see. I have Crocker and I have the Tiger Wang on his way here. Yeah, he looks great. The wolf looks great. What is that? Veteran William. He looks good. The bunny that you guys, somebody reminded me what the bunny's name was. I still don't remember. Go me. But yeah, he looks cool. There's all kinds. And I was reading the IDW Turtles comic for a long time, and I don't know if they're still doing this, but they had Mutant Town. And so every time one of these Fury Toys figures came up, I was just thinking, ooh, that could be a figure to put in Mutant Town. That'd just be fun. But now, ooh, they're starting to build their own crazy line, and I'm just not sure I can keep up. They're coming out with more of those things that I want than what MAFEX is coming out with, and that's almost not right. I'd perhaps feel like a traitor. But yeah, let's see. Russell Lemieux, Tensi the Nameless one. Is that's the bunny, right? The rabbit, I suppose. I feel like saying bunny kind of cheapens him instead of like rabbit is mighty. Bunny is adorable. Or like even though I keep hearing that MAFEX is correct, I always think MAFEX sounds like a mightier word. Although Bugs Bunny is basically the greatest animated character of all time, so maybe Bunny's not so adorable. Yeah, let's see. Liquid below zero. The bunny looks like a cracked out mutant homeless guy. I mean, every town has the cracked out homeless guy. Maybe the bunny can hang out in Mutant Town as that character. But yeah, I think he looks good. Yes, thank you, Russell. I appreciate it, man. And I saw you commented asking about when the other live streams are going to be and all that stuff. I just need to get back to my YouTube comments. It's been a crazy since Thanksgiving has just been crazy. I haven't done this is honestly the first Toypixx thing I've done since Wednesday. So yeah, clearly I need to do a little more. But everybody, I want to thank everybody for stopping by. It's been about an hour and I gotta get up early tomorrow, which kind of stinks. But again, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for chatting a little bit about these things. They're all stuff that we all dig. So I appreciate getting to talk to people who also dig all of it because I just don't know anybody that does. So thanks again, guys, for stopping in. And I am out of here. Thanks for stopping in for a minute there, Darth. See you guys.